Another day, another daily stoic. So for today, we're going to talk about, let me open this book from Ryan Holiday, The Daily Stoic, April 6th, entitled Prepare Yourself for Negativity. So I'm going to say a quote from Nicholas Camfort, in which he said, swallow a toad every morning. So how does swallowing a toad every morning relate to preparing yourself for negativity? So if I have been following Ryan Holiday for the past couple of years and learned a lot from his videos, his books, like Obstacle is the Way, and other books that he made, just like this one, The Daily Stoic, in which he is repeatedly saying that we should always prepare for people who are gonna get angry, situations that are negative, environments that are bad for you, all the other negative things that you could think of about this life. So, going back to the quote, swallowing a toad every morning. If you see it or if you imagine it in its literal meaning, you're gonna say, "Why are you gonna swallow a toad? It's disgusting." So, if you take that literal meaning into a more philosophical one or into a metaphorical one, in which the toad represents the negative things that are happening in your life. So, swallowing that means that you're preparing yourself for the negativity that will happen all throughout the day. So, if you swallow the toad, you prepare yourself for the negativity. You've set your mind that you're gonna, for example, encounter people who are negative. Be in a situation wherein your emotions are gonna be triggered, and all the other examples that will make your life miserable. So, what will happen if you prepare yourself? If you prepared yourself, you will be able to overcome those negativity that will happen to your life. Compared to not swallowing the toad in the morning, you will then, as Ryan Holiday said in this book, he said that instead of you swallowing the toad, you will nibble it throughout the day. So what he meant by that is if you didn't prepare yourself for the negative things that will happen in your day, you will then chew that negativity in each moment that it will happen all throughout the day. So it will be harder for you to adjust if you didn't have the mindset to do that. But let's face it, even if you tried or prepared yourself for the day, there will be times that you will be extremely triggered by something. Your emotions will be really heightened. Maybe because you lacked sleep, or maybe you were just so stressed from your work or by other people that it really affected the way you feel and the way you react to things. But when during times like this, it is important for you to do this one thing, to just pause and relax and then breathe. And through that process, you should remember the things that you'll learn from the Stoics, which is to remain calm and focus on the things that you can control. And then add this thing. Maybe I didn't swallow the toad today, but I can swallow it right now. I'm preparing myself for the emotional reaction that I'm gonna feel. And I'm not gonna be reactive to things that are negative, but rather I will pause, take a deep breath, relax, and then think of what should I do next. Should I react this? Should I remain calm? Just reflect and remember that this moment shall pass. This too shall pass. So, one thing that you can get from this video is that you should swallow the toad every morning. You should prepare yourself for the negativity that will happen to your day. But if you haven't prepared for that, you can always practice to pause and reflect, take a deep breath. So, that is it for this video. If you like this video, you can like, comment, share, and subscribe. Comment down below if you have any suggestions on what topics I should talk about next. And if you have any comments, any feedback about the way I speak, the way I communicate, you can comment it down below. So, thank you guys. See you on the next video.